if you have a company that has been registered but has never been trading or has not generated any income, but you've never used it at all. So what is the first place you go to? You go to the CIPC website to check if that company is compliant or is still active. Then what you'll need to do is create a profile on the CIPC website or biz portal. Then once you've accessed that on your ID number, every company that you have registered under your name will populate on your profile. Then you'll be able to see on the right whether the company is on the deregistration process or if it's active or compliant. But I'm guessing that it won't because you've never checked on the company. Then, before you are able to submit any returns for the company, you would have to do what we call a beneficial ownership application. The beneficial ownership application is a requirement by CIPC for you to complete for the companies that you do own. So with that, there is a video that I will link on the description down below. It's an awesome video by another accountant about how to do a beneficial ownership. So you'll do the beneficial ownership. Once that process has been completed, then you'll be able to go back to the CIPC website again, and then you'll be able to submit your returns. You can submit your returns for zero-rated returns if you've made no money. I will show you with a step-by-step tutorial on how to do the returns on the CIPC website if your company has not made any money. Your file will be called FAS returns. Then once you are done with that process, then you'll have to hop into the SARS website. On SARS, if you are employed or you've been employed, you may have had your own personal e-filing profile. That is the profile that you're going to access. But if you've never done any of your personal returns, then you will have to create a profile on SARS e-filing. On SARS e-filing, you create your own profile, and then before you can even add that company on the portfolios or continue with that, you'll have to appoint someone as a representative. So I'm guessing because you don't have an accountant, in this moment you're going to appoint yourself as a representative of the business. Yes, you are a sole director or a sole shareholder of that company, but then you'll have to appoint yourself as a representative as well. Then you'll have to appoint yourself as a representative on the SARS side as well. I will link down a video as well on the description on how you can appoint yourself as a representative. Once you've appointed yourself as a representative and SARS has approved it, then you will be able to go back to that portfolio that you have created and added your company, and then you can submit zero-rated returns. You don't need an accountant for this one. This is something that you can enable yourself. Remember, you are running a business, you are a representative of the business, so you can submit those SARS returns and have your company compliant. One of the mottos that I live by is stay ready so you never have to go get ready. One of the benefits of having a company with a legacy, a company that is a bit mature with a registration number, maybe that starts in 2016, 2015, 2017, is that when you are doing any kind of application, a tender application in 2018, the fact that the company is a bit older, it does help. That's why a lot of people would buy a company that is called a shelf company, because they're looking for that registration number that starts with 2020, 2021, instead of using a company that has been registered this year. And it does kind of build a credibility. Let's say, for example, now you've decided to be a supplier, even in the private sector. But maybe if you want to let go of it, I would say, do make sure that the company is compliant on your side, and then you can find ways to sell that company as a shelf company. There are people who will buy that company and then they would rename it, but the first step is it has to be clean. It has to be compliant on the SARS side. It has to be compliant on the CIPC side. That's what I mean by clean. It just means that it has to have that compliance status on both platforms. Then once you're done with that, then you are well to go on. I'm an advocate for people enabling themselves to learn these things on their own, unless you want to appoint an accountant, which I am advocating for that as well, because I am an accountant as well. But if you don't have the budget, because an accountant is not going to do it for free for you, if you have the budget to appoint an accountant, so long, yes, you can. But then if you have not been trading, you don't have any kind of budget to appoint an accountant, then it doesn't make sense, right? You can enable yourself to do these things. So yeah, all the best. Look out for the description down below for all the videos that I'm going to link in terms of where you can go to get the comprehensive tutorials. It's comprehensive tutorials that these accountants have done. Comprehensive tutorials on how you can do the beneficial ownership, the representative. It's all on my description. All the best, and I'll see you in another video.